Are you tired of the burping and the belching and the sour burning taste in your throat, or the chest pressure, the heartburn, and just thinking that your body is punishing you? Well, I used to think the same thing until I realized that having acid reflux and heartburn was actually a blessing in disguise. So I will explain that right now. So these symptoms that you're dealing with on a daily basis are actually just your body's intelligence giving you signs, right? These are signs from your body. Your body is speaking to you and letting you know, hey, the foods that you're putting in me right now, or have been for the past couple weeks, months, years, are obviously not what I need, okay? And you're not giving me any of the foods that I actually need to be balanced, right? This is just signs that our body is out of balance and it's not getting what it needs, okay? And something I was super confused about is, why is no one else around me dealing with acid reflux? You know, all of my classes, playing with my friends in the neighborhood, I was the only one that had to go in and take my PPIs or drink my apple cider vinegar. But what I didn't realize is that, you know, these people are all dealing with symptoms within their own bodies themselves, okay? And it may not even be clear, right? Not until you actually ask them, or like seeing them at night. How's their sleep quality? What are they dealing with, right? And a lot of the times, you know, people that aren't dealing with stuff now and eating very unhealthily, these symptoms show up later on in their life, right? And it can manifest as stomach cancer, IBS, all of these other things. So different symptoms show up in people's bodies differently depending on how their body is structured. And, you know, a lot of other key factors that play a role, that manifest their whole label, whether it's IBS, gastritis, you know, any dis-ease within the body is all just signs from your body that it is not balanced. Okay, it's not getting what it needs to be able to reach this homeostasis. Okay, and really take this as a sign, as you're the chosen one. You're not meant to be eating all of these toxic, unhealthy foods that we're taught, you know, in all of these advertisements and commercials, and from doctors and teachers, you know, our parents that we're raised from. We're not meant to be at this baseline of healthy, right? Because if these foods were actually healthy, we wouldn't be dealing with reflux and belching and chest pressure and digestive issues and all of these symptoms, okay? These are the foods we've been eating our whole lives. So we have to take a step back, be thankful for this reflux showing up, right? Because in other people's, it doesn't even show up. They don't even have those signs. They're so numbed out from all the food they're eating, right? And medications and things like this. So we got to be blessed and realize these are literally just signs that our body is telling us, and we can utilize those signs to, you know, surpass it and not keep dealing with this stuff. Okay, my body's out of whack. Okay, so obviously the one thing I'm putting in my body multiple times a day and have been for decades is food. Okay, and where am I experiencing this pain? Inside my body. There's nothing else that's going in my body but food. Okay, so that's the number one thing that I preach, to start shifting around and start experimenting around. Okay, remember, we are nature beings. We are natural beings. Our digestion was made in nature for nature. Okay, and it's as simple as just coming back home to nature, eating the foods we would be eating if we were back out living in nature, right? Don't let these four walls disconnect you from your origin, okay? Know that these signs, these symptoms you are dealing with, are just signs that your body is ready to level up and get out of this comfort discomfort loop that you've been in for months, if not years, okay? So really take action on this and see this as a blessing. I am not meant to eat all the Cheetos and the white bread and the oily fried foods, okay? Because yes, they're good for 5 to 10 minutes while you're eating it. And then after that, my whole day is done with, okay? I'm back on the couch, just scrolling, consuming, no more producing, no more life force energy, Now my digestive system has to use all of my energy just to break down this stuff. Okay? And you are not meant to live this life of discomfort, comfort. This is your sign that you're ready to level up and evolve and be eating foods that nourish you and heal the body, right? For a food to be healthy, it must be healing the body, okay? This is your sign that your taste buds are ready to level up from all of these stimulating, toxic, oily, salty, floury, dehydrating foods. You are not meant to live this same life as everyone else. You are a chosen one, okay? You're not just like the rest of the sheep eating all of this stuff and dealing with these symptoms and having to be on medications for the rest of their life and surgery, okay? You are not built for that. You are not meant for that. And these reflux and heartburn and GERD and hernia symptoms are your sign, okay? So take it as a sign and do something about it. Start shifting the way you're living. Start regulating your nervous system. Start shifting your diet to more natural food. Start taking your health into your own hands. Okay? Exercise, get some sunlight, sweat, move around. But most importantly, start shifting your diet, okay? Because I think the number one factor that we have digestive issues, it all comes down to food addiction and not knowing what is actually healthy. Okay, if we can remember that our taste buds literally shift 7 to 14 after 7 to 14 days, then we can become consistent in eating a new diet. In just 7 to 14 days, our taste buds will start craving these new foods, these fresher living, enzyme rich, hydrating foods. So all it takes is 7 to 14 days of commitment, okay? Of taking out our favorite foods that have been killing us and destroying our stomach acid and our gut lining, right? Our whole digestive system. And you can implement some of these foods back into your diet after you've healed your gut, okay? All it takes is 60 to 90 days of staying consistent within your diet and regulating your nervous system, maybe doing some motility, things like this. If you can just remember 60 to 90 days and you have years left to live, take a sacrifice. Take these symptoms as signs that your body is ready to level up out of this loop, this cycle, okay? Stop putting your health into doctors' hands that you've been relying on for however long. Really take a step back and ask yourself, how many doctors have actually helped me heal the root of something? All they do is grab the pills that match with your label, your symptoms, and give it to you in your back for a refill every month. Okay, that is not healing. That is managing. That's barely even managing your symptoms, right? And your body is dependent on these pills. The more and more you take it, and it gets less dependent on its own intelligence, on its own elimination processes, the more you take these medications. So that's not a good look in the long run. And it's never too late. That's the most magical healing part about this life, about our bodies, about our cells. It is never too late to switch around your whole lifestyle, because diet is your lifestyle. Okay? I hope this has provided you a huge mind frame shift, some inspiration. Okay? If you guys would like help healing your digestion, your reflux, silent reflux, GERD, heartburn from the root within 60 to 90 days of staying consistent with a customized plan for exactly where you're at in your diet and lifestyle right now, you can book a free 15-minute call with me using the link in the description. And on that call, we will decide if working together sounds like a good fit for us. And if so, we will build you out a customized plan that you can either go execute on it yourself, or we can talk about working closely together on it one-on-one. So I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Keep your head high, keep the vibrations high, and I'm sending you all of the healing energy within my heart. Much love, everyone. Peace.